our first monitoring progress. You're going to show that the two drawings represent the same graph by labeling the vertices of the right-hand drawing to the corresponding to those of the left-hand drawing. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. As I go through this, I see that E is by itself and it only connects to B. The only thing that's by itself is this one over here, so I'm going to go ahead and label it E. And I know this one has to be B because it's connecting to B. So B only connects otherwise to D and F. So one of these has to be D and the other one has to be F. It doesn't really matter which one. And then F is connected to A and D is connected to C. And then we should have parallel lines between A and C, which we do. And then we have CD connection and AF connection. So that would be that one. Draw a graph that models each situation. So the second one here, we're looking at little islands. So we have North Metroville Island A, B, and C. So A, B, and C. And then there's this kind of weird, let's call it NM for North Metroville. And then let's call down here South Metroville. So you should have a connection between A and B because we have a connection between those islands, between B and C. Now C connects to South two ways, so we have a double path there. And then A connects to North Metroville. So there's your graph on that one. Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, and Colorado. All of those start with different names. So I am going to go ahead and kind of put them in the similar proximity. So Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, and Idaho. So Montana is touching Wisconsin or Wyoming and Idaho. Idaho is also touching Wyoming, but it's touching Utah and Montana. Wyoming is also, so Utah is touching Idaho, which we have, Wyoming, and then Colorado. And then Colorado is touching Wyoming and Utah. So we've got those. All right, the fourth one is another situation where we've got A, B, C, D, and E. Again, because there's multiple things that are coming out to the open, I'm going to put E on the inside. And then I'm going to do A, B, C, D. And this is just a strategy I use. You don't have to do it this way. You can absolutely label it just like it appears. So A is connected to B. I'm going to put these in red. A is connected to B. So A to B. A is also connected to C. C is connected to D. And D has two ways to connect to E. So we have a loop there. And then D is connected to B. And then B has a connection to E. So that would be our graph of that. Again, there's lots of equivalent graphs that you could have. But this shows that you have three exits, right? If E is the outside and you have three things going into it, that's a real quick way of seeing kind of what you have going on.